Your media, where you are. Wearing a different hat when the moment arises. You're on all the time. Always on the clock, always catching up. Your media, where you are. When you need it, at your time, in your space, when you feel like it. You come first. Your media, where you are. The show goes on with Noni. Brings the business of the arts to center stage.
Sunny Bonani, welcome. It's a brand new week. We come back. Sabona Bali.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
I'm getting you.
Ngabuzwile Daniel.
Oh, Gabanda, guys.
Ha 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 ha.
Yes, like
Ha ha. How am I?
wow.
How am I?
Wow. What a wow. And all these things on, like all these memes on Twitter saying, good dude. There was one moment like when Ringo was recording the song, he wasn't this cold. Hey, how are you, my friend?
We're taking Kashab. We're taking
Kashab.
Khanyan, except the cold. Hey, the cold. Hey.
Yeah, and we're not only sinus. So already you struggle to breathe. Like, how my friend.
Bophelo ke cabbage, ho na le delay. So hello everyone, my name is Palesa Robin. Ngifika endlini ngicala ngokuhlanya ngicala ngibulisa. How dare me?
How dare you?
How dare I?
Uyakokota, uyangena,
Angena.
awusabulisi, uyakhuluma nje
Singangena nje
kuphela.
singathatha ngene kitchen
Msangano girl. Msangano lento
Zenza
yenzayo.
Njan. I'm Palesa Robin. Welcome to the show goes on with Noni.
Noni.
On your media hashtag where you are. Today I'm excited, hey. Renale Black Love.
Thank you, Black Love, and bahle kanjani bagezile.
Uhlabile.
Hayi kodwa laba bayithu bahlala bagezile. Bahlala.
Honestly.
Guess what? What? Hi everyone, my name is Noni Mkonto, Spear of the Nation. Yes, Mike, I said Spear of the Nation. Give me those eyes. Give me those eyes. And you are tuned into The Show Goes On with Noni on your platform, your media, hashtag where you are. Today in studio, I've got people that I've known for quite a while.
Yeah.
Quite a while. It's been, I knew Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I met him at Empress Palace. You were at the barnyard.
Yeah.
I had just done, my feet were bleeding that night. I just done like that go-go girl, dancer go-go girl at Empress, walking up and down the corridors, feet are bleeding. Then it was like one of those moments where it's like, you need a drink? I was like, I need a stiff one. Went to the barnyard, and that's where I met Mike, because you guys were doing what show?
I can't remember. Sure, that's years
that's years ago now.
No.
See, it's been that long.
It's been that long.
Then I met Lelo. I met you at Shy Shy. I've met you before, but officially I met you at Shy
Shy?
Yes.
What the night on Shy Shy?
No, the color purple cast is there.
Yes.
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 Gafiga, and I was like,
I think it was the girl night Shy Shy.
it was before we were thirsty for what do you call these savannas before people started doing this?
It
was I was so thirsty for one, and Lelo was drinking tea. And I was
my
like,
kind of girl.
And I was like, yo, this is why you're vocal.
Everybody
who knows me knows.
Guys. Thank you.
And since then, it's been, I've known them and I adore them. They are special to me.
You.
Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are on my show. Too much love, ne?
I'm so glad that we share no Nhlahla. The moment I heard who's no Nhlahla, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Because it's the Zulu I identify with.
Yes.
No Nhlahla.
Kota Lelo is like the original traditional, the Oros Zulu. Tinabanye, we are diluted because we are from Joburg, born and bred in Joburg. Original from Joburg. Yeah. So when Lelo speaks of Zulu, I'm like, where my man?
Yeah.
the accent is there. You know, the way you must speak. The way you must speak the Zulu is there.
Sometimes I'll be speaking to him at home and then I'll start on a rant in Zulu. And then he'll be like, hi, love, I'm Salguzwa, man.
Because
I can't tell what you say.
Oh,
yeah, so...
How did that happen? Anyway, guys, before we ask you how a Zulu and a Sotho just got it together, please introduce yourselves. I know I've already done, but I've done my part. You guys must just do your part.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lelo Mazondi.
Yes, Mazondi.
Born and raised in Devon. Mm-hmm. Purebred Zulu girl. Proud of it as well. You know I'm proud of it. AKA recently Ramello.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that later. But also AKA for some people, Lelo. Also AKA for others, AKA. Yeah, but that's basically me. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a performer, I'm an actress, I'm a wife.
Yes, honey, she got that ring.
I got it. He put a ring on it.
Like love.
He put a ring on it. How many years ago, babe?
8 years ago.
Let's test him. No, not 8 years ago. No, you're right. So I was tricking him. I was tricking him.
What I'm sitting here going, no.
I was tricking. Did you see? He second-guessed himself. He's like,
let me
check. 8 years ago on the 19th of Jan.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Look at you, man. Look at you.
Yes.
Yes, so that's me in a nutshell.
Hey, everyone. My name is Mike.
Yeah,
Ramasimong. Mm-hmm. Husband to this beautiful lady.
Stunning.
Yeah, I'm Mike.
Just Mike is a musician, guys. Why not? You're a muso.
No, but then I get all of that is still coming.
Oh, okay.
We're still gonna unpack. Matter why? Hi, my name is. And then get like worry.
Okay.
What do I do?
What do I do?
Yo, you said it like a Sotho person, right?
Yeah,
you did. Why butchara? Chop his bubble gum. So, guys, tell us how you guys met. Tell us how this came about. I mean,
well,
a whole Zulu girl, Mike. Are you serious?
Let me tell it.
Okay.
So this is what happened. We were about to go on a tour.
Okay.
To Holland, right? And then
to Holland.
Yeah.
I love these couples that travel.
Yeah, like we were about to go on tour. And I think it was the last week of rehearsals or like the first week of rehearsals.
Okay.
Right? And everyone wanted her for some reason. I'm like, why is everyone...
Yeah, what's the buzz?
Where's Alamo?
Yes.
Then I heard her sing.
Yeah, I was about to say, this girl.
And I was like, whoa. I was like, that's mine, that one. I was like, I want to ole kwak. And then now, like, I remember, like, there's a very good friend of mine. I won't mention his name.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, yeah, do you know that, Lelo, like, we had like boom at that time. Kind of the AKs out.
Yeah,
I was boom at that time.
So then he comes to me, he's like, do you know, like, Mpume wants me? And what?
That time,
he's cock blocking.
That time, guys. No. That time, guys. This was my second year in Joburg. I don't know anyone. The only person that I know is Caroline Borole.
Okay.
Because we just finished Dream Girls. She was there as well. We just finished doing Dream Girls together. So in this cast, I knew nobody. So after everything has unraveled and we got together, then he tells me, Gucci, that's what this one was saying is Hebana.
Anyway.
So
then Halamjita comes to me and says that. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, cool. Now, game on now.
Yeah.
We get on the flight to Holland. I remember exactly what happened. So, I have a slight phobia in turbulence.
Okay.
So, like she was on the other side. Ne?
Yeah.
So then there was a guy sitting next to her. So, this guy.
Yeah.
Or, hey, can we Can we switch?
Yes.
How the hell? Why do you want to switch? No, I want to sit next to her.
Yes.
Long story short, it started there, and we're here today.
Aye.
Emoyeni, guys.
Emoyeni.
No, wait.
This short story
Yeah,
I
no,
can
no,
say
no, no,
is
Is it?
Yeah, no,
deleting a lot of stuff.
Wait. I'm actually now like deleting a lot of things.
Okay. Are you
So then,
Delete.
so then we got to Holland. When we get to Holland, I tell this one first week, Kitty, I'm gonna marry you.
hectic?
She laughs at me. She's like,
I
"Dude,
would have done the
I
same
wouldn't."
thing.
She's like, I would never get married to you. She's like, you've got a bad reputation when.
Oh,
But who?
And then, but
I didn't say
man,
that.
no, I love it.
maybe you didn't say it like that.
I didn't say it
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Caroline,
He took it like that.
Caroline, stories. Caroline, this one, and you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna get married to you.
Yes.
But wait a minute.
Why?
Marry me.
I'm deletions. I'm deletations. Two and guess. I'm extractions.
Yeah.
On the airplane, I was the one who moved and sat next to him. I can't remember why.
No, I made you switch.
Oh, I don't know why exactly, but that's what happened. And then Motu,
Yes.
he's acting like he's scared of,
Turbulence.
but overly, you
Yes.
know. What's and Mina, being the person that I am, Mina, I find no reason not to believe you.
Yes, exactly.
This is the first time I met you.
Yes.
So why am I not going to?
And you're not thinking that far.
And foot, I'm not even thinking like there. Maybe I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm going to grab a kiss nyana.
Yes.
At some stage.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Yabo.
Oh, Lelo.
But not
Focus.
not that far. Yabo. Anyway, so and then he ended up sleeping on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Aye.
Or was it? Yes, you did. I'll kumbuka.
Why don't I remember that part?
Because you were sleeping. How?
I cannot answer because you were sleeping.
You were sleeping, so I don't remember how. I guess
And Beleno.
how belele. Anyway, and then go Holland when we get there. Guys, go Holland when we get there.
It was minus 25.
We are banned.
Hey,
We are
you weren't ready.
It's so cold there.
Anyway, so I have to tell the story. So I was staying. We each had apartments in
Yes.
groups, though. So I was staying with Caroline.
Okay.
And Caroline and I always called our place like the get together place.
Yes,
Everybody
alright.
came to
Everyone-
our place.
Body
to
party.
get-
It was always party.
You know, it was nice. Shame. So I slept at the bottom. Caroline slept at the top. Caroline, I hope this is okay that I'm mentioning you the whole
Oh,
time.
yes. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
She's our sister.
She's our
Yeah,
sis.
no.
Yeah, definitely.
She's stunning.
Yes. And then so before he said what he said, after he said what he said, Uguti he's gonna marry. I didn't say there's no way. I don't even know you. That's what I
Yes.
said. It's like, well,
I know you said I've got a bad reputation. Me.
Angwas. Well, I didn't even know you on those cards.
girls.
Angwas. I didn't know I've heard Uguti Tiwa
Wena, yeah.
ABC.
Yes.
And put Angwas.
Yes.
You know. Anyway, okay, now we're together, yabo. So this one time he came to my room, ne, and we slept in the same room that whole night. Boy didn't even make
Any moves?
any moves.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
July.
gentleman.
Aye.
That's when I knew.
He was
I'm a
too
gentleman.
frozen to move.
That's when I knew. ukuthi yabo lona, mhlambe he's a keeper.
Yeah.
Yabo. Because he didn't even try to be all, you know, sasilele nje kamnandi.
Yeah.
You know, body heat, because it was fine. You know? You know, so that's when I thought, maybe let's see what happens here.
Well played, Mike.
Yeah,
Well
very
played.
well played.
Ala, look at you now.
Well played. Look at you now.
I thought like I'm a nice, like romantic night.
Oh, nice.
Candle.
Okay.
Far from home.
Far from home.
Are you romantic, Mike?
Ah, he is.
Come on, nah.
Really?
He really is.
I'm the daddy of that. When I get like this, like you guys know that bad side. You know that other side.
Yeah, we know the musician, Mike.
Yeah, the musician Mike,
That
And then there's the whole
Because
mic.
musicians always have this thing about them. They're like, I'm the shh. You know?
No.
Like,
bomb diggity.
and then you're just like, yo, that looks like bomb danger. Or like, yeah.
He's a hectic.
meantime-
He's a hectic romantic.
That is
You
amazing.
know? And it's one of those things that I keep to myself.
Yeah.
Because it's for me, man.
It's yours.
Yes.
It's mine. Nobody else needs to know that he's a hopeless romantic.
Yes.
It's mine.
Hopeless.
Yes. He is.
Like oh my God, he's shocked today to be learning
Yeah,
some
no.
things.
I'm like,
Yeah, no, he is. It's a very romantic shame.
Yeah, so then that happened, and then we came back.
Yes.
And you came back, and I remember at the airport, my brother.
Please don't tell me you dated for like 3 months and then you asked her to marry you.
Basically.
That's what happened.
Oh my word.
That's what happened. Like,
And
we
then we
came
got
back.
married the next year, January.
I want to go and breathe some Holland air, please.
We came back. I was away from her for a week, and then we got engaged after that. I think.
We got engaged like a couple of months after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after that, like about August.
Like four.
No, like when it was on
5
my
months.
mother's birthday.
It was his mother's birthday.
So you guys didn't study
Kaloku
together.
ngixoxela.
Yo, please don't.
As in-
Wait, like this part is bad. I thought
Yabona?
it's cool.
Yabona? Claps once. Yabona nje. Ngathi nje Nkosi ngenzeni.
See, guys, I don't speak Zulu like that. May I speak ratchet Zulu?
Intombi yaseGoli, wena. Intombi yaseGoli.
Mina ngikhulele Joburg.
So come the day of him proposing. Yes, okay. I was in Durban. We were doing a show at that time. We were still doing Barnyard Vibes.
Okay.
And I was doing a show by with another group. He wasn't in that show. You weren't in that show. Hey, no. He was in Joburg, and I was in Durban doing that show. And I was preparing for him and his mom to come.
Yeah.
It was his mom's birthday,
Okay.
and she wanted his mom to come to Durban. She'd never been.
Okay.
She'd never seen the ocean. And
Nice,
he
okay.
put her up in a nice hotel. And so, but now before she went to the hotel, okay, so they arrived, and then was it Ubers? No, Ubers weren't there that time. It was
Yeah.
taxis.
And my cab.
No, my
Yeah,
cabs.
my
And
cabs.
they took the cab to where I was staying. Hi again, busy into breakfast. Yes, like makoti to be shoot.
Yes.
Breakfast for the mama and for him. Yeah, both for the mom-in-law and for him. Muntu
I'm not ready.
azekishini
Okay, I'm not ready.
azo proposa.
Can I please redo it?
You must. This to redo this proposal. Azo proposal will be like his shit.
Whilst you're busy cooking.
Giving
I thought it was cool though. No, you know.
So what,
no,
you made her turn around and
No.
was like,
First.
I broke up with her.
No, he didn't break up with me. He pretended like we were fighting. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because he thought, you know how it is. Weird things are cool. And as you know.
That's-
Anyway, ngathi mina angibhizi ngisayibona why lo elwa nami ngibhizi ngifuna ukuseva. Anyway, the next thing there he is on his knees with a ring ngifuna ukupropose. Ngathi hayibona.
Ah, yeah, like I didn't say anything.
No, he said marry me.
marry me?
Will you marry me? Ngambuka ngathi yes. Yes, ngambuka. Yes, when yes. The worst part.
I'm not impressed,
So I went
but
to
yes.
went to his mom. Ngathi ma, buku se proposal. Wathi ma ini? Wathi sixoxile nje le ndaba ukuthi uzohamba uyenze idina inkoshwa yaci Mark was so she was so angry.
Why are you so-
Lelo kwababa, Mike, yabona, now is the time.
I'll tell you what it is. Mike is impulsive.
Extremely.
Extremely. He was impatient with himself.
Impatient?
He was impatient
I
with
am
her
very
cooking.
impatient.
He was impatient with the day. He was like,
What's that?
dinner.
Let's go.
When is the sun dickering?
And it was early in the
As
morning.
he
I was still making breakfast. I just
Wow.
looked at him and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. I was like, sure.
So you guys didn't study together.
No.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you didn't meet at school, or you met
We met
professionally at
professionally, yes.
workspaces. All right. So now talking about workspaces, Lelo, how did you get into? Did you start with theater?
Yes, back in Durban.
All right. Back in Durban, you started with
I started
theater.
with theater when I was in high school.
All right.
I did some more on the professional theater stuff with a group called what was it called? Robinson's Young Performers. That's what
Okay.
it's called that time.
Yes.
And that's when I met my vocal coach,
Okay.
Sharon Williams-Ross. I love you.
We love you too, even though I don't know you because girls got you did some
She's the
great
one
stuff.
who taught me 90% of what I know when it comes
Yes.
to singing, and opened a lot of doors for me in terms of also just opening my mind, and making me realize what I'm worth as a performer and as a singer, etc. I love you, Shaz. So I started in Durban doing that and did corporates, and then I got myself, Londi? Londi.
Yes.
Yeah. Myself and Londi got a big break to come to Joburg when we both got into Dreamgirls.
Londi's also a gem, hey?
She is.
Oh, what a
She's
dancer
phenomenal.
as
I love
well.
her.
Yo.
She's a triple threat. She's
Yes.
and then we moved to Joburg, and then it was.
So how did you know that you had such talent? Were you always that great? Oh, before we even go there, we're gonna do this technical thing again. I'm gonna fail, guys.
No problem.
This one, hold that thought.
Okay.
We're gonna go for a little break.
Your media, where you are.
Reading out loud skills are tested. We all know summer bodies are built in winter, but that can be easier said than done. So why not join fitness expert Mo on the Health Fix with Mo for an inspirational weekly fitness podcast show for fitness novas. Mo chats to the best in local health fitness experts in an effort to help you achieve your aesthetics, fitness, and health goals. Subscribe onto YouTube, listen on any podcast platform, or find it on www.yourmedia.co.za. Your media hashtag where you are. Oh Lord. That went smoothly.
Your media, where you are.
Yes.
How did you know? Was it family that told you? Were you
No, it wasn't family. My family used to chase me out of the house because I used to make so much noise singing. And I had to go and sing in the garage.
okay?
In all of them, and so I spent my days in the garage, which was great because the acoustics were great in there.
Yes.
But I guess in terms of knowing, Noni, it didn't happen in a like chronological order kind of way.
Okay.
Things just happened, and I found myself just following the path that was opening up to me.
Yes.
That's really what happened.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to be a professional in the industry when I auditioned for Idols, and I got as far as a top 12. It was only the third season of Idols back then. It wasn't the Idols that it is now. It was Mnet Idols.
Yes.
Now we have Mzansi Magic Idols, which is a completely different monster on its own, And that's when I made the decision, was okay, ngifuna ukwenza lento kuthiwa umculo forever. Ukuthi kanjani? I'm not sure. I don't know.
But I'm getting
there.
But
I'm going to do it. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
How did your family receive that?
Well, what happened was, because I was also still in varsity. So after Idols, I had to go back to varsity. And then after varsity, I got a job at an advertising agency.
Yeah.
It was an internship. And I worked there for less than a month.
Okay.
And I remember on the last day, because they'd offered me a permanent job, I called my brother crying. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Anxiety.
And then that day, I decided, nah, I can't spend my life in front of a computer.
Yes.
I feel like I'm throwing my life away.
Yes.
So that day, ngahamba eChad ngathi lalelani ngiyabonga guys futhi lana kune racism. Thanks.
It is not for me.
Peace, ngiyabonga, but sure.
Yes.
And then I remember, because ngaleso sikhathi ngagibela ama-taxi, and I took a taxi back home. Ngafika endlini. My mom and dad were back home. Ngathi kubona, I quit. Wathi baba ini ukhwithile?
Yes.
Wathi angisasebenza laphayana. Mama that's okay. Ganyam. Ubaba always jokes just how manje le mali le engispendile ukuthi uye kwi-tertiary is over. He always jokes, but I know that he's joking. But my family has always been the most supportive people.
Yeah,
from the very beginning, even before I knew that.
Stunning.
I remember the first time they saw me do a show. They were like, I was like, ganyam. They were just like, they're the most supportive.
That is amazing.
Like I couldn't have asked for better parents. Even now with the pandemic, and things are just yay flames for us as musicians. Both our families are so like supportive and grounding us and helping us to just and telling us we mustn't give up on our dreams. Still,
nice.
You know,
so nobody's saying, Mike, it's about high time you go and get a 9 to 5.
You know, even though they have been saying maybe you should look at this for now.
Yes,
maybe
for
look
now,
at for now. You know, but
no
they
one's saying
still
quit.
like
Quit.
no one's saying no quit.
No one is
You know, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So my family has been incredibly supportive from day one.
So what did you study in university?
I did a BA general degree and I majored in English and media and communications.
All right.
But I think my family always, when I started singing, it was something that they let me do because my grandfather was a musician. He had a choir, and he had his own choir, and he was a very well-known musician back in those days.
Yes.
He was a pianist, and so I guess my dad was like that. His musical bloodline is carrying. So I guess in some ways they were happy about that.
All right. Yeah. And Mike, your story.
My story. My story started when I was 6 or 7, I think.
Sure, the child star.
Yeah. The ones that know.
Yeah.
I used to take utensils and just
drum.
By the way, he's a drummer.
Mike.
Oh yeah, I'm a drummer. I'm a producer.
And he does play the piano.
I play keys as well.
Yay.
Multi-talented.
So with me it started very, I mean, like for me, like it wasn't strange.
Yes.
But my mother was just like,
no, niente.
Then every time we'd be eating kibi zitafuling up.
Oh, no dinner.
Outside, playing with sticks there, just hitting anything. Then my mother one day just decided, you know what, like let's go to church.
Okay.
There's a man there. I want him to teach you how to do this thing.
This thing that you keep irritating us.
Yeah. Because in church I would like always sit and watch this man and be like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Then, funny enough, the first time I sat on a drum kit, I played.
Okay. Really?
I played whole service, like at church. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was playing. It was just...
But you're playing something that makes sense.
And it was everything. Everyone was vibing to my vibe. Everyone was like, oh,
What church song was that? I want to know.
I remember, but
it was your own.
I was there. I was within them. And then I remember, like the pastor back then, very, very old pastor of mine, like way back.
Yeah.
His name, He was like, I want you to play every Sunday. And that's how my journey started.
Yeah. And where was this? Where, as in Lelo's Durban and you at this point?
No. I mean, like with me, like everything was here, like in Joburg.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Joburg,
yeah. So after that, we're in primary school, high school. Then I went to study.
Did you do talent shows and stuff like that?
I wasn't that kind of person.
So you just played kokereke?
Yeah, I was, I was a church boy.
But at school, did they know that you were quite the drummer?
Back in my days, I was a church boy.
Yeah.
Back
in my days.
I was a
and
proper
then
church
the
boy.
music found you.
No. I mean, I still go to church today, but I'm saying back in those days, I was a proper church boy. Because my mother believed in that. Yeah, negele prada, like negele prada. My mother believed in that. Like my mother was like, "This is where you need to be."
You broke her heart after that.
You need to be that kind of person. And then I finished high school. I tried studying a couple of things because my mother was like, "No, you need to go into." What was I doing? Like chemical engineering or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah. I think I did it for like 2 like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is not it.
It's not it.
You know, like, this is not it.
Yeah.
This is not it for me. Fast forward, then I went to study at some music school. I don't want to mention its name.
Yeah.
I went to study there. Anyway, I had phenomenal teachers.
Yes.
You know, phenomenal teachers who helped me understand this thing now, you know better. And I studied, I think my first year. Yeah, that was first year. You know, second year I started working.
Oh, okay.
For major artists.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I started working with major artists.
Tell them
Double
which
HP. You know, I did. I did some stuff with Dukes.
Yeah.
So you were part of that movement.
So I was there. So now I was the guy. Now I was the guy that everyone loved. You know, I was that drummer. The first time my mother actually saw what I was doing was when I did my first psalmist. You know, when I was playing at the psalmist.
Okay.
That's the first time she knew. My mother didn't know that I was studying music.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. We are gonna go on to Ed. Hold that thought. Let's do this.
Your media, where you are.
Sit down, pour a glass, and take a journey through the fascinating lives of some of South Africa's most influential names as they transcribe their parts of their story you won't read about in the papers. Through casual and candid interviews, Tiama and her guests hope to make their life story and experiences a practical blueprint you can apply in your own life. The Transcript with Tiamo. Subscribe on YouTube, listen on any good podcast platform, or find it on www.yourmedia.co.za. Your media, hashtag where you are.
Your media, where you are.
Palisa Noni 0. Well, Lelo.
Sorry, guys.
She has these moments. She really has these sugar blonde moments.
Yeah,
Lelo.
she has a lot of
45 minutes, Lelo, but if the convo is that great, we can go to
So,
an
I mean,
hour.
because I wanted to know if I can relax or must I,
Let's just
keep
talk.
it short. Okay, or we can chat.
As long as you're not in a hurry and we don't abuse the time frame, then
Okay.
that's all good.
That's all.
So, Mike, you just told us, Uguti, mom had no idea.
I
that
lied
you
to
were,
my mother.
So you never broke it down to mom that you
Nope.
left.
Nope.
So when she was paying fees, she was paying fees
She was paying fees for
music.
No, she was paying fees for that other part. Now I would take the money and pay for music.
Boys are so smart, hey? Like me, I dropped out and I just didn't think about that.
Nah, she didn't know.
I literally just went to theater, hey, and then I left and I got a gig and then I carried on.
Yeah.
And then it was like morning live.
Noni.
And then my dad's in his
Same
office.
here.
My dad's in his office, he's on newspaper. This is my daughter in a whole shell bra and a mermaid's tail, and he's like, "Don't be it was a mission." So how did
My mother was the psalmist.
yes?
I remember, and I was on stage that time. So when I walked off stage, I get messages.
I know that feeling.
My mother tried calling me. She's like, and then what are you doing there?
Yeah, what's up?
How did you get there? And everyone is phoning me. Like, how did we miss
What
this?
did you say? What did you say
I
that
just said,
day?
listen, this is what I do.
No, but what did you say? Where were you going?
I didn't tell it. I get it. Wait. You see, Nahale with me, I left home when I was 19. So
Oh, okay.
I've never gone back home. So my mother
All
never
right.
knew where I was, what I'm doing, who I
Okay,
was.
all right.
So I'm like, that wasn't a problem.
Okay.
So for me, this is what I do. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
And she made peace with it. She was like, okay,
right there and then.
that's it.
I mean, there's what else can she say?
Yeah.
What else can
Also,
she say?
he's not in the house. He's
No,
far
because
away.
you know why? Like some of our parents don't really believe in this.
Yes, let's
Like,
talk about that
unfortunately.
actually.
Yeah, they don't believe in us. Because I was telling her that, I want us to be different.
Yes.
I'm like, with our kids.
Yeah.
We know and totally understand everything. Like
Yes.
I'm like within the whole music industry or whatever, acting, whether it's acting, actually, like, let me say, like, the arts.
Yes.
So if I see like potential in my kids, our kids,
Yes.
I'm gonna send them for lessons and
yes,
all
and
of
all that stuff.
Where, you know, with us, our parents,
But also in their defense,
It's the lack of knowledge. It's the lack of
it's
knowledge.
not only the lack of knowledge, but the lack of or rather, just the financial inability to do
yes,
such
the
things for us.
sustainability.
You know?
Yes.
Siyazi ukuthi as brown people, imndeni yethu, we not all of us have grown up in the lap of luxury. You know, a lot of our parents had to really struggle a lot to even get us to the schools.
Yes.
You know, those Model C schools back in the days, was called Model C schools that we went to, you know, and had to sacrifice a lot of things. So futhi manje on top of that, full drum lessons.
Yes.
Yabo leyo nto.
You just want to hit drums. What for?
Yabo
But
leyo
it's a rata, man.
you know, but now they're working hard to get us through school, to get us through varsity, so that we can get jobs, so that we can support ourselves, and
Yes.
sometimes even support
them.
them and our siblings who are younger, whatever the case might be, whoever is in that household that lives with us. That's just the reality of our families,
Yes.
you know, and we embrace it and we love it, you know. But I think at the same time, we need to take that into consideration when it comes to black parents particularly.
Yes.
They didn't have the resources,
Yes.
unfortunately, to give their kids everything that they wanted
Yeah.
to. I'm sure if they had, easy peasy pot sticks.
But I'm also sure it's also the stigma of the industry.
And the stigma
You know?
of the industry.
I mean, it must have been worse for you, Mike. You want to be a drummer, but a
Yeah,
musician. You're going to go live a life that's what?
Khona ni kuyaphuza
alcohol,
buka ke manje.
drugs,
Alcohol,
everything.
drugs.
The lifestyle.
The
also
lifestyle, the
contributes.
girls.
Yeah.
That's exactly what my mother said. My mother's like, yo, when you're gonna have kids all over.
And
Yeah,
you're like,
no,
no, mom.
I was like, nope.
but granted, like, now that we're in this pandemic, I was telling my good age, Mina, I don't think if my kids show an interest, I'm going to support them, but I'm going to tell them about all the cons.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
they need to understand. Uguti, if you want to be in this industry,
You must leave South Africa.
They must.
But that's so
bad.
bad.
You must leave South Africa.
But that's so bad. It's so bad that
you must leave South Africa.
it's actually so bad that also like someone like Mike, so talented, and then you'd actually like have that feeling to be like, listen,
I can't do it in my own
no,
country.
I can't do it in my own
homeland.
country.
It's
Like,
so
I could be so much better
It's
elsewhere.
in this country, you know what? Like things that happen in this country are so sad.
Yeah.
Like these guys literally neglected us.
They during this
They
pandemic.
still are.
Like
So
we
as
mean
a-
nothing to them, and that's it.
That's it. Yes.
That's
so
it.
as a couple, how has it been? Like a couple that's in the industry. You know how
Both of us.
Yes, the both of you.
Both our incomes gone. Incomes.
How do you even keep saying?
When was it? The 26th of March when the president spoke and said, "Listen, guys, valana masango,
Hlalani endlini.
hlalani endlini."
Uyaphi wena?
What went through your minds? Because the both of you now were like, "Listen, dude, it's not like you can turn the spare room into an office." And now Mike is sitting there, and Klafa or Lelo now the dining room is her office, and we still
Because Bukumbule, this is what we've been doing our whole
yes,
lives.
exactly.
You know,
this is what we know.
As much as I do have a degree, I can go get a job or
yes,
you know, getting a job now, Connor, nobody was giving away jobs. People were getting retrenched.
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Things like that were happening. So, hey, for us it was, hey.
Do you remember the moment when you sat there, watched?
The president.
You know, I think with us sometimes things happen and we laugh.
We like that. By the way, we laugh at things. We just like, okay.
Sometimes we just laugh. We're like, okay, so pambi,
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know. And because we are people who believe in God and siyatandaza kakhulu, you know, I always say to myself, I love uNkulunkulu yena wasi.
Yeah.
Abo manje asazi thina ngempela manje asazi. God is the one who knows ukuthi A, B, and C zohlanganisa A, B, and C, you know?
Yes.
Right? Because really, we had no idea.
I think we
Like-
all took it that way. We all took it like, maybe end of April.
Yeah,
we'll be
you know,
fine.
yeah,
we were so
maybe
nonchalant.
2 months.
Kutlalu.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
months, you know?
We were like, come on, June, July, something.
Namanje kusanjalo, dololo. You know?
We are out
so
there
last
floating.
year, what happened is that my husband had got the idea of selling fruit and veg.
Yes. Yes, I remember.
And then so we created a fruit and veg company called Simong Fruit and Veg Supply.
And how did that go?
Yeah, it went so well.
Love the name.
Yes.
Masimong. I get
Yeah.
Masimong as a
Yeah,
farm.
Yes.
It went. Yeah, to this day, okay, what happened was, let me just backtrack, sorry. What happened was the business started getting so much traction and was doing so well that we needed to stop because we didn't have the finances to deal with the demand.
Oh, hectic.
It's getting too heavy.
It was getting a lot, so we needed funding,
And did you apply?
Uh,
Well, besides the funding that they want to give us artists.
No, we haven't yet applied for that for the funding for Simong.
Yes.
Just because a whole lot of things were happening, and it was also during the time. It was also kind of coincided with the time where we were deciding whether or not we're going to move back to Durban. We're going to move to Durban to live with my parents because things were really dire at that stage, and also. Then we started creating music again, and then with my single and stuff like that. But to this day, there are people asking, "Are you guys still?" Message.
It did really well. Then.
That's amazing.
It did really. Everyone loved it. Till this day, people are like, "When are you guys back?" When are you guys back? Because it's in.
Oh, hi, still closed.
Oh,
Today,
hectic.
This morning, 8:57, hi, still closed.
So you guys got to go back on that.
We are going back on it.
So we are definitely going to go back on that.
What do you think attracted that? Do you think it's just the delivery, like how easy it is for? Because I mean, like people probably don't want to go to the shops, and then you package it for them, you deliver it for them. What do you think the attraction is? Like, yes, Mike.
It was me.
Okay. All right.
All right. Hold on. Stop.
Tell us.
Hold on. No. What? No, shame. My husband was that's his baby.
That's my baby.
That's his baby. He was so
Passionate
about it, and he treated it with such
Ramasimungs are farmers.
with such enthusiasm.
Ramasimungs are farmers.
And our produce was so fresh. That's what people always say to us, that your produce is just fresh. It lasts like I don't know how many weeks in the fridge.
The packaging
was amazing.
Yes,
thank you, Mike.
Yes, my husband packaging. He was
because it has to look the way how I look.
Sorry,
that was my thing.
So how did you think about it?
Like I would tell her, I'd be like, it has to look the way how I look.
Yeah.
Tshwanele mo ngayon.
It's not tshwanele mo ngayon.
It must look good, stylish.
Yeah, like it must look good.
Stylish.
No, it looks like it likes things.
There you go. Not like that.
So I want to know, how did you think about it? Because as the youth living in South Africa, fruit and veg, that lady who sits at the corner, and you're like, that's so not cool.
Yes, it's like,
So a young person,
You
and
see
then
that lady sitting on the corner?
veg.
The money that lady makes.
yes,
She makes a lot of money.
Babugel and German pants. Look down on people.
All those ladies that
you
are
shall
sitting
see
there.
yourselves.
Hey, those ladies are coining it.
Yeah.
So to me, like it came, this way because I was like, everybody sells fruit and veg.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You go to Woolies, whatever. I don't know if I can mention names or whatever.
Yeah.
You go to all these places.
All in good faith.
They all sell it a certain way. But now, how do we make it presentable?
Yeah.
That was the only thing for me. I was like, it needs to be well, presented. In terms of packaging, it needs to be clean. Meaning, like the grade.
Yes.
Because you get, I'm like different grades. You get, into classes. Class 1, class 2, class 3. So we were only buying class 1.
Okay.
Everything. So even though like it was a bit expensive, sometimes we'd lose out, but then I'd always tell her that we need to keep this going.
Yes.
This is our vibe. That's how we got
You're very much like a standard person, hey? Like status and standard. It's gotta be
proper. You know,
right.
I was like, it's gotta be proper because that's how we're gonna draw people in.
Yes,
and then
yes.
that's how
Word of mouth.
word of mouth, just like that, in a week or two, we were gone. Yeah,
That's
we were
amazing. So that came through when the pandemic was like, when you guys saw Gucci, you stopped laughing as a couple.
Yeah.
They stopped laughing. And they were like, it was real.
It was time to pay rent.
And it was like, and the funds were depleting. And so let's talk about Ramello.
Yeah.
And how it came about.
Oh, Ramello.
I was very happy when I saw that. I was like, during a whole pandemic,
Great
out here,
song.
you know, like Lelo's out here making a track.
Yeah.
People are out here being creative still when you're still feeling sorry for yourself and you're just like, oh my God. But there's people out there who are actually just like waking up to be like, no, I can't sleep on myself anymore.
Yeah. The Ramello. So what happened is that we went to Durban.
Okay.
This is when we were now contemplating moving home.
Yes.
To my parents in December. And then my baby brother, he had a makeshift studio there in one of my mother's rooms. And then his friend, him and his friend, they sell beats.
Okay.
And his friend, they were going through the archives and this beat came.
Yeah.
And my husband, I was there, my husband's like, hey, well, wait. This beat's le.
Yeah, I like it.
We can do something. And love. Now let beats you have to write for it in English. I'm like, yeah. You know?
No, I gave him melody.
Yes. And then he gave me the melody, and he's giving the melody as well for the stop.
You know, while she's busy
busy hanging clothes. I remember that moment. You know, it's okay. So I'll see just now. You know, and then finally he worked on the beat with my brother's friend. And he added his own lots of things, you know, to make it, you know, even more, you know. And shame, my brother's friend, he was like, nah, this beat is just, it's not great. And Mike was like, listen to this.
This is it.
Did you make you made magic?
This beat is it. And then I heard it. Then when I came to writing, the words just came.
Yeah,
it just came. I knew exactly what I wanted to say. How I wanted to say it.
Yes.
And then the last part, after I'd done the whole song, and then he said, no, it's lacking something. Because now this is the first time it's not the first time, but it's one of the few times where I've experimented in terms of writing ngesizulu.
Yeah.
I find writing in vernac difficult because I hate writing things that are cheesy, you know, and I find sometimes it can be easy to go the cheesy route when it comes to vernac, you know, because we hear the same things, the same phrases, you know. So when I write in vernac, I really try to make it a bit different in some way or the other, you know. So then he said, no, let's add that thing, Mo de la Queens. Yeah. And I was like, at first it's like,
did you hear that? That was just a taste. That was just a taste. I did not expect you to do that. In my head, I'm like, should I ask her to sing? But we hate when people do that to us. But she just gave you a taste, guys.
And then we added it, and then it was like, whoa, this is amazing. This is hot.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized it's okay if I'm going to release a song and start with my releasing of my project.
Yes.
You know, because it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but I can't go as Lelo. I said to myself, no, I can't go as Lelo. There's lots of Lelos now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to be the only one.
Okay.
I was like,
and who came up with the name?
My brother, my younger brother now. Okay. Not my baby brother, the one that called my twin.
Yeah.
He's like, no, why did you call yourself Ramello? Like, the end of the beginning of your surname and the end of your name. I said, perfect.
Oh, yay. And Mike was he was probably proud. You were probably like, bro. Yeah. That's my brother-in-law right there. He didn't know.
So that's, and then from there, just the process started. I kid you not, we didn't sit in December go, we planning to, it was, it just happened, and then we went with it.
Yeah.
We took it.
And why do you think it happened that way? Why do you think that it happened so naturally and organically?
Timing is everything, Noni.
Okay.
Like, you know what I've realized is you can sit in your house and ask yourself, why are other people's careers or lives or things happening? the way that yours things are not happening, the way that you would like your things happening to happen, Jal.
Yeah.
Hey, it's geese, guys.
3 and Studio 0.
Zero. Kanti, it's timing.
Yeah.
You know, when Anje, just make sure that you're prepared for when the time avails itself and when the time is right.
And patience, yeah.
And you must have patience. You know, because Ilento, I think in all industries, I guess, but I guess mostly in our industry, because our industry is very flashy and it's very in your face. You know, I find Uguti, it can be easy to then develop feelings of envy.
Yes.
You know, which then lead to jealousy.
Yes.
Which then leads to unwarranted animosity between people. You know, that you don't understand. You know, because umuntu enza things, you know, and your things. But funny, you must always have in your head, no, it's katsake and it timing yaki sifikile and good for them, they are prepared.
They are prepared.
Nami so whilst I'm waiting for my time, let me just be prepared.
Let me prepare.
Let me prepared. And I think it's important in our industry to always have a thing of supporting each other, you know, and of being happy, genuinely happy for
the next person. Genuinely happy for the next person.
Genuinely happy because then what you give out is what you'll get.
Yes.
Guys.
So as a couple, how do you make that work? Like, because you know you're human and you can be jealous for each other, or the one can be like, no, I suppress you, I must be the one. How do you guys find a space where you've supported each other so much that you've actually come to this point? Because I mean, relationships are a lot, guys. Like umjolo is a lot already, but I can just imagine when you are married.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
It's not for the faint-hearted. Like, it's a lot of work because people think you get married and they think, oh, you've got the ingredients are there, they are done. But meantime, you got to make your own kind of stew, right?
You know what? The one thing that's worked for us, like for the longest time, from day one, you know, since we met, is the fact that we are both each other's, how can I put it?
Cheerleaders type vibe.
Biggest fans.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
So like, there's never been any room for like jealousy.
All right.
You know, like
as far as I'm concerned, my husband's the best drummer in South Africa.
Like as far as I'm concerned, she's the best vocalist on earth.
No,
and the thing is, I always say that to people. It's like, he is the best, and people don't believe me. And then they hear him, then they're like, "Oh crap!" And then I tell them about all his production. It's like, he is amazing. Then they hear then they're like, "Who produces?" I'm like, Mike. It's like, "Oh really?" I'm like, "Yeah, but
listen, when you're doing choreography on stage, and then when Mike lets go, and then you hear the drums, and he takes over the whole band, you also kind of just go, "What is? Where am I? What are you?" Then we try and find him after the show to be like, during interval, you're like, "What were you doing, Mike?" And then he thinks, "No, what's wrong with you guys? Like, I'm playing." And we're like, "No, but like, do it again." Did you see how we danced? That opening was amazing. Like, I believe you, Lelo, because I've experienced it.
You
best.
Yeah. So for us, that's one thing that we've never experienced. There's never been a jealousy moment.
Okay.
You know? Because like when she wins, I win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I win, she wins.
Yes, she wins.
So there's never been like, oh yeah, but you doing this. No, that's always like, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Yeah.
You know? I'm there. I'm behind. Everyone knows what I'm her biggest.
And then
biggest protector.
And then
he says it all the time. He says it all the babes, you are dangerous. It's like, dude, sorry, don't look at Lelo. She comes with grenades.
But you know what? Like, they know. Hey, they know where the husband.
But I think, Noni, it's also about just understanding your person.
Yeah.
Like, it's taken us a long time to get to where we are in our marriage, in our relationship.
Yeah.
Marriage is not.
It's not Bab and Place,
It's not Bab and Place, guys. Like only rice.
Yeah.
Guys.
Savannah.
It's not rice.
You know,
layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. And Ngingathi mina, the most important thing is to always see your person in the best light.
Yes.
Even when they're at their worst and doing their worst.
Yeah.
And being their worst. You know?
Yeah.
See them in their best light. Understand ukuthi nawe unezinto zakho angekayimele kodwa unayo patience.
Yeah.
When I say that, I'm not saying you must tolerate nonsense, eyenzekayo. No,
Yes.
it's important ukuthi kube ne-communication, kwazi ukuthi yabona ke la angisafuni ngicela bandla sithi ho stop la,
Yes.
qale phansi la, let's go back to the drawing board. Always have a space to speak and to talk to one another so that you can go back to the drawing board and see where am I making my mistakes now,
where to from here.
And then sohlangana mase siya phambili ngayiphi indlela.
Yes.
Yabo loo nto.
So
Yeah.
what would you say to a person, a woman or a man who's in the industry and I can't date an artist?
Yeah.
So lamba.
So lamba.
What would you
Ngizolamba
say?
vele.
Does it? I want to.
Shame.
No, I
I'm
want
not
to
even
find
going to
out
answer
on
that one. Kuyalanjwa vele, guys. I mean, it's the reality.
I want to find out on an emotional part because your relationship makes sense. Your marriage makes sense. It makes sense. When I'm down, you pick me up, and you pick me up at the right place.
Yes.
So umuntu who's not in the industry and they would say, I can't sing today, and he knows what to say to you because he's in the music industry, so he understands what you're doing. So would you recommend an artist to be with another artist
Yes.
for emotional
Yes.
balance?
Yes.
Because
Definitely.
Definitely.
There's no, there've been so many times where I get on stage and the voice ayikho, guys. I pull me or iphuma
Eyakho.
left,
Yo.
iphuma right,
Yeah.
iphuma njengendlela
Really?
It happens.
It
Really?
happens.
It happens once a year.
And I just
Once
and
a
my
year.
happens
Once a
Once a
listen to
year.
that.
No, like it happens once a year.
and then
Once or twice a
my
year.
You must have drank tap water then.
yeah.
It happens.
That's your bad.
Guys, say Nina. And then my husband is the one at home,
Yes.
who's like, listen, just get through this. Just get through this one show, and tomorrow you get through the next one, and tomorrow and you'll be weekend rest. Right.
So artists know how to motivate each other,
Yes.
right? That's what you're saying. Guti, like Mike will come in and he'll know not to say, "Oh, come on," Instead, he'll give you that TLC,
And
and
then
you'll do the
also-
same for him.
And then also they know when to say, oh, come on.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Stop it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because don't kick
Stop
a man
feeling
when
sorry for yourself
don't kick
now.
a woman or a man when they are down.
Yeah.
You lift them up.
You
know?
know, I think like the other night, like there was a moment that we had, we were like listening to some music, like chilling on the couch and stuff. And normally like she's in her own zone and I'm also zoning in, I'm like she would listen to something else, like within the same song. Then now I'm listening
Yes,
to another
okay.
part,
Yes.
And
Makes sense.
and then it hit me that, love, do you remember? Then I said to you, it's so amazing that you and I like are married, because if I was married to somebody else, they wouldn't understand what I'm going through
Yes.
right now musically.
Like something
Because like we do silly things, like when something is, and then we're like, whoa, and then you just jump a little.
like he gets like excited, like, yo, and he makes noise and he's stomping, and me, I'm just watching TV. And if there's somebody visiting, like his mom's like, hey, Batum.
What are you?
Man.
Oh yes.
It's like they don't understand what I'm going through.
And I carry on watching TV as if nothing's happening, because I understand
Yes.
what he's going through and what
That's
your
why I say to her,
process.
I don't think I would have gotten married to anyone who's not in the industry.
Yeah.
Because I go through a lot of emotions
Yes.
musically,
Yeah.
which won't make sense to like a normal person.
Yeah.
Because Mototla was king.
But
Is he
Tommy,
okay?
like-
Yes, because
What's
some
that?
muses are different. Some are
Yeah.
quieter. Like
Yeah.
I'm like with her. With her as well. Like she'd be sitting there doing runs the whole time. If she was married to somebody who's
it's because she
who's not in the industry,
she does
what's
those
gonna be like-
rents for like 3 hours every day or something, man.
She will do runs in the kitchen where I'm sitting and I'll laugh on my own. Then I'm like, wait, this one can't hear what she's doing. She can't even. But now for me, like that's the beautiful part
Yes.
is now what happens at home. All of those emotions, because somebody from the outside wouldn't understand.
Yes.
They won't.
Yeah.
It was just being
They won't
noise.
understand. Yeah, for them it's gonna be like, about
The
that.
process. People out there don't understand that as artists we go through a process.
Yes.
So as if you're sitting with an artist, it's like, oh, it's the process, and they'll be like, oh, this process is bringing this, and then when they
Yes.
see you on stage, they're like, That's why you went through that.
Exactly.
But that's why you're such a great drummer and that you're such a great vocalist in the sense that you allow each other the freedom to just be without, in the kitchen and just looking at you and then rolling their eyes. And then you're kind of just like, and then they're going, it's enough. You understand that when she stops, it's enough.
Yeah.
You understand that when he stops, then it's enough. But you don't go up to them and then just take that away.
No.
Yes.
No. There's none of that. So now we have a very musical home.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's very musical. Like when you walk in, like myself and her have a party really too. Listening to
in the same house, listen to the same thing, but in different zones about it.
She'll be listening to some part of it. I'm listening to another part.
Yeah.
But at the end, we just chow. We're like, did you hear that? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, cool. It's a vibe. Let's play it again.
Yeah.
It's that kind of vibe.
That is amazing. I mean, these are stories that we don't talk about when we're actually chilling with each other on like a social, so it's, for me, it's so beautiful to hear and it makes sense. I mean, you've made sense while you're together. For me, I mean, I've had personal talks with you. I've had personal talks with you. But sitting here today and hearing how you're speaking about your relationship behind closed doors at home, for me, that is so beautiful. And that's why, we're having this segment where we are talking industry couples, because I think a lot of people, Babonanje, maybe they see glam, but they don't understand also that it's also you must arrive. You're in the industry and you must arrive, and they maybe see you with this industry and they together. Like, why would they do that? Like, it's starvation, but it's starvation regardless if you're in the relation
together.
But it's starvation together, you know.
But when it pops, it pops.
And when
hard.
When
it pops
hard. So, what can you say to maybe the people that are together and have the same vision of, we're both artists, but let's not do it. Let's just go to the 9-to-5s and we'll do the thing on the side. Like, because I personally don't believe in that, doing the thing on the side. Like, I see it with myself. I see it with you guys. Uti, when you are talented, you've got to put in your whole, you can't escape it. You can't say, I'm going to visit it. It's because it doesn't read.
I always make an example like, does a doctor do the thing on the side?
Yes.
Specifically a specialist. For example, my sister-in-law, she's specializing in oncology. She is 100%. There's no thing on the side that she's doing.
Yes.
Do you understand? That's her passion. She's passionate about it.
Yeah.
There's a place where that passion started emotionally, and she's carrying it through 100%. I'm not saying Uti, if things are hard, Guti, you don't go and dabble in some things, but because it's easy for the thing on the side to then become the main thing.
Let it consume.
And let it consume you, because now you're not making money through your main thing.
Yes.
So now you focus on making money through your thing on the side, to support your main thing. And sometimes it doesn't work out in the way that you would have hoped. You end up just being consumed by the thing on the side. For me, I've always been a all-in girl or no in at all. Regarding everything in my life, whether it's my marriage, whether it's my career, doesn't matter. All in or
nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think that's a winning recipe.
Yes.
Because you learn a lot in your industry as well in terms of how to be more business minded with
navigation,
with the thing that you are most passionate about. Instead of now supporting other people's businesses. With that
Grow
thing
your
on the
own.
side. Bet on yourself. That's what my vocal coach, I love you, Shaz. That's what she said to me long ago.
Yes.
She's like, Lelo, you need to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
She used to tell me, Uzi, the reason why I'm not going to let you do this gig, because she was also my manager, this gig or that gig or this gig, because you are worth so much more. People need to understand that you know your worth.
Yeah.
Bet on yourself.
And Mike, what would you say?
She basically said everything I wanted to say.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, babe.
She basically said everything I wanted to say. But, I think the only thing I want to say, because I mean, all of us experienced hell.
Yeah.
You know, like since last year, it's been hell. You know, but
Rafiki.
there's there's just one line that just comes to mind. Like the last shall be first. Like we are at the bottom right now, but I know when this is over.
Yeah. Oh no, they better watch out, hey.
When this is over,
Yeah.
they'll know us.
Because I think also we've learned self-worth.
Because you know what, like also, right? And like in a way, I'm actually like grateful for this whole like pandemic.
Yes.
Because
Very much so.
because
Very
musicians,
much,
artists,
yes.
whatever it is, right? There was this whole I mean, like there was this whole like division, like so and so is with this one, but now everyone has now learned to be one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now Guti, how should I like some work and then you can't do it. Give it to somebody else.
Yes.
Like don't just keep quiet.
Mm.
Now like they know that.
Yes.
Right? And now like they know that we all need to stand, together because we are on our own.
We
So,
are.
So like trust me, we're gonna come back with fire.
I love it.
We're gonna come back with fire. Trust me.
I love that.
We're gonna come back with fire.
Yeah.
Fired up, fired up, fired up. Hey, hey, that's my song, y'all.
And come back with fire.
Yes. So tell us where we can find your song, the name of your song.
My
before
song
we
is called Hey
disperse.
Wena.
Amazing.
Called Hey
It's amazing.
Wena.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like it.
I like
You
it.
can
The
get it on-
Gomazi part is my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. How did I think of that part? I can't remember. But anyway, and you can find it on all the what are they called? Those platforms?
Digital platform.
Digital platforms.
Yeah.
Spotify,
iTunes.
iTunes, YouTube,
Oh, laka.
Deezer, Zonke
Yeah.
Bonke.
Yeah.
You can find it there. And you can also go onto my social media pages on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm at Ramello _artist. And then,
English.
on Facebook,
40.
Sekgowa.
and then on Facebook, I'm at Ramello Artist.
Yeah.
So go there and click on the link,
Yeah.
and you'll find the song. Listen to it, share it.
Yes.
Do the most with
Do
it,
the most with it.
y'all.
It's actually quite a cool song. I
Yes.
enjoy it.
And the EP is
Thank
coming
you.
soon.
And the EP is
Okay.
coming
Okay.
soon.
Stunning.
Before that, there's another single coming.
Okay.
Yeah, just
excited
be
about
prepared
that.
for something different.
I'm also doing a single.
My husband's also doing a single.
Nice.
He's
Okay.
also releasing stuff as himself.
Are you gonna have a name that's gonna come out? Are you
There's
just
a
gonna
name
be
that's
okay?
coming.
There's a
Ah.
okay.
Yeah,
So that means we have to bring you guys back.
Very,
Of course.
duh.
Okay.
We are.
Because we want to know.
Yes.
Because it looks like Mike is not gonna give it away now. He's
No,
like,
no,
nah.
Nah, I can't.
But that's because what did we learn this year, Mike? We move in.
In
Silence.
silence.
Silence can't.
You move in silence.
But now there's
Even in
another
your-
side of me coming out.
Even in your marriage and your relationships, you move in.
Silence. There we go.
Hey, baloi ba bangata ka ntle ka mona, eh? Ho na le baloi. Hey,
Our
baloi
love,
ba
our
bangata.
love, our
And
love.
then boloi ke pelo.
Yeah, boloi.
Yeah, ke
Motho o
pelo,
tshwana ka
guys.
pelo.
Yo, tshwana ka
Baloi ba
pelo.
bangata.
It's been an hour.
Oh, wow.
You see?
That's why Gibuzile, guys. Gibuzile.
It's just like-
How long are these podcasts?
But it's been a great hour. It's been a great chat.
Thank
We've
you.
never chatted like this.
We
Yeah.
have.
Ish.
How lovely has it
Noni,
been?
when
Thank
are you
you
going to come
for
to our
having me.
house?
Coming soon. I'm coming soon before
Please.
I pop.
Please come before that one
Pop.
comes into the
Ish.
world.
But you know, this time, sorry, Mike, I'm not gonna join you at the drinking.
Ah,
But
no,
you
no,
know,
no, no.
there's
I know.
also-
When
there's
I
also-
you can't even.
Susie.
But also, guys, there's almost only so much tea you can drink.
Guys, made ask my husband, try I have 5-6 cups of rooibos a
What
day.
do you mean?
Especially when it's cold.
Because normally you can
I'm-
clap a
I'm
bottle
like-
and you'll be fine.
A double Fanta on the rocks.
Usuta eat juice, guys. Like we are suta. But anyway, guys, it's been amazing. Thank you for coming.
having us.
Thank you guys for coming so much.
Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
It's so much fun.
It's been great, eh? It's been great fun. Bali?
Guys, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
babe.
putting Lynn's fire in your lives
Mm.
and for teaching us that we are better as one.
Yes.
If we are divided, we cannot never conquer or
Yes.
build So if we are divided, we cannot conquer. We
What
must
did we
just
learn like weeks ago? It's me, you, and
me, you, and us.
Us.
Yes.
Me, you,
Indeed.
and us.
Indeed.
So thank you so much. Wish you your waiting all the best.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
May God
Thank you.
pave the way for who he has created you to be.
Mm.
Because I read something, me and reading, and it says
Share it.
the universe has its own plans for our lives, and so does God.
Yes.
So we need to we need to connect to what
What God wants
wants,
for our
because the
lives.
universe also has its own. So may we connect to what God wants, the original.
Yeah.
Because
And I
what
wish-
He wants for us is the best thing.
It's
for
the
us.
best, you understand? So may we always connect to that. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you so
Amen.
much.
Thank you,
Remy
guys.
always ends the sessions with exactly. Look at Greg.
Yeah, then
I'm just the part.
Yes, separate. But we love the Mamuruti endings.
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
love that.
Why?
That was very
not?
strong.
Yeah.
No, guys, thank
Powerful,
you.
Powerful.
Balasa Robin signing out.
Saying peace. And yes, me, Nontantlam Konto. Are you happy?
Yes. Kondo Westies, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Noni Konto, Spear of the Nation, signing out on The Show Goes On with Noni on your platform, your media. Hashtag where you are. Toodoo.
Your media, where you are.